Yes, Anita said, because she showed me why it works, not just told me to memorize. The tutor shifted uncomfortably. Sir, with respect, Mr. Adeyemi cut him off without raising his voice. Tola, would you come back tomorrow? 4 o'clock, before Alfred's lesson. I'd like you to work with Anita for 1 hour. Tola blinked. Sir, me? Yes, you'll be paid for your time. Anita's face broke into a grin. Please say yes. Tola nodded slowly. Yes, sir. Mr. Adeyemi handed the notebook back to Anita, his eyes still on Tola. Do you have a phone? No, sir. He turned to the security guard. Baba T, write her name and where she can be reached. Give her a pass so she can enter. The guard nodded. Yes, Oga. Tola bent slightly in a respectful gesture. Thank you, sir. As she followed Baba T toward the gate, Mr. Alfred muttered something under his breath that she didn't quite catch, but his tone told her it wasn't friendly. She stepped back out onto the street with the small paper pass in her hand, the compound behind her still feeling like another world entirely. The next afternoon felt heavier than usual in Makoko, not because of the sun, but because of the weight sitting in Tola's chest. She had barely slept the night before. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw the tall man in the white shirt, the mango tree, Anita's smile, and the small pass Baba T had handed her at the gate. She had washed her one good dress at dawn, scrubbing it hard against the washing board until her arms ached. The fabric was still slightly damp as she wore it, but it smelled of soap instead of the lagoon. She rubbed a little shea butter into her hair, combed it back neatly, and checked the pocket of her dress 3 times to make sure the pass was there. Mama Tola was frying plantains again when she stopped to look her daughter over. Mama Tola. No matter what, Tola, you go respect yourself. Talk well. If dem tell you go, no argue. Tola. I know, Mama. Her mother's eyes softened, but she still added, Big people fit change mind quick. Just do your best. Tola left early, her feet moving fast along the planks and onto the main road. The Danfo conductors were already shouting, Okadas weaving between cars, but the noise barely touched her. She was focused on one thing, being at that black gate before 4 o'clock. When she arrived, Baba T checked his watch and nodded. Baba T. You early? Good. Tola. I know one late. He opened the smaller pedestrian gate and led her inside. Go sit under the mango tree. Oga say he dey come check you. The grass looked even greener than yesterday, the mango tree's shade cooler. Tola placed her cooler of plantains beside the bench and sat, trying to keep her hands still. A few minutes later, Anita came running from the house in her uniform, her school bag bouncing. She dropped it on the bench and grinned. Anita. You came? I thought maybe. Tola. I talk say I go come, and I day here. Before they could start, a familiar voice cut in. Mr. Alfred. Well, our new tutor has arrived. Tola looked up to see the man in the pressed white shirt and shiny tie walking toward them, leather folder in hand. His polite smile didn't reach his eyes. Tola, I just day help small before your time. Mr. Alfred didn't respond to that. Instead, he pulled out a fresh sheet of paper filled with long division, fractions, and decimal problems. Let's see how good you are. Anita, do question 1, and Miss Tola, explain it to her your way. Anita looked unsure, but started. The problem was tricky. Long division, with decimals. Tola studied it for a few seconds, then crouched beside her. Tola. Forget say a get point for now. Do 'em like normal number. Then put the point back where he supposed day. Watch. She broke the steps down slowly, tracing each part with her finger. Anita followed, solving the problem without hesitation. Mr. Alfred's smile tightened. Beginner's luck. They tried another. Anita got it right again. That was when a shadow moved across the grass. Mr. Adeyemi was standing a few meters away, hands in his pockets, watching quietly. Mr. Adeyemi. Still think it's luck, Alfred? The tutor straightened. Sir, she's capable, but this cannot replace formal education. Without credentials? Mr. Adeyemi. Tola, you understand fractions? Tola. Yes, sir. Mr. Adeyemi. Show her one. Tola arranged 12 small stones into a neat circle. This be all your meat pie. If you cut 'em into 4 parts, each part in a quarter. How many quarters make half? Anita. 2. Tola. Good. Now what make whole? Anita. 4 quarters. Mr. Adeyemi's eyes flicked briefly toward the tutor. From today, she'll come 3 times a week. Before your lesson, Alfred, you can build on what she starts. The tutor's jaw tightened. Understood, sir. Anita almost bounced. Daddy! Yes! But Mr. Adeyemi wasn't done. Tola, I'll also arrange something for you. Do you want to learn properly? Tola's heart skipped. Yes, sir. More than anything. Mr. Adeyemi. Good. Be here tomorrow at noon, not for Anita, for yourself. Her voice caught. Thank you, sir. As she walked home later, the small paper pass in her pocket felt heavier, not from weight, but from meaning. The following day, Tola arrived earlier than she was told to. She couldn't help it. The excitement wouldn't let her sit still at home. She had been awake before sunrise, helping her mother peel plantains for frying, but her mind was already in the Adeyemi compound. Her dress was clean. She had braided her hair into small, neat cornrows with the help of her neighbor, Auntie Bisi, who refused to take payment. Auntie Bisi, go make us proud, my pekin. By the time she reached the black gate, the air was already warm, but she barely noticed. Baba T was there, leaning against the wall with a small smile. Baba T. You dey serious, Ann? You don't come before time again? Tola. Better early past late. He chuckled and waved her in. Today no be mango tree. Go inside small study room. Oga dey wait. Tola's steps slowed slightly as she crossed the lawn. The house loomed ahead, grand and white, with wide glass doors that opened into a world she'd only glimpsed from a distance. The study room made her stop in her tracks. Shelves lined with books reached the ceiling, the scent of polished wood and paper filling the air. A large desk sat near the window, and in the corner was a desktop computer, the screen glowing softly. Mr. Adeyemi was already there, dressed simply but neatly, reading something on his tablet. He looked up when she entered. Mr. Adeyemi. Good. You're early. Sit. Tola eased herself into a chair that felt too soft for someone like her. She tried to keep her hands still in her lap. Mr. Adeyemi. Tola, I've thought about what you said yesterday, how you learn from anyone willing to teach you. That's a gift, but it's not enough. If you're willing to work, I'll pay for you to attend evening literacy classes. They're for older students who didn't get the chance to start school. We'll get your uniforms, books, everything you need, and you'll still come here 3 times a week for Anita, with a small allowance. The words hit her like warm rain. She had dreamed of school before, but always as something far away, like the moon, beautiful but unreachable. Now someone was handing her a ladder. Tola. Sir, I don't know how to thank you. Mr. Adeyemi. Don't thank me. Show up, learn, and keep asking questions. Anita burst into the room then, still in her school uniform, grinning. Anita. We're starting without me? Mr. Adeyemi. No. Today, you're both students. The next hour passed in a rhythm neither of them wanted to end. They switched roles, Anita reading aloud from her English book while Tola repeated, carefully forming each word. Tola, in turn, taught Anita a multiplication shortcut she had learned from a carpenter in Makoko. They laughed when they made mistakes, corrected each other without embarrassment. Mr. Adeyemi sat at the desk, pretending to read, but his eyes often lifted to watch them, two girls from opposite worlds meeting in the middle. When the lesson was done, he handed Tola a brown envelope. Mr. Adeyemi, uniforms, books, and transport. Don't spend it on anything else. Tola, yes, sir. She tucked it deep into her bag before leaving. The walk home felt different, her steps lighter, the air sharper. At home, Mama Tola was sorting vegetables. Tola placed the envelope in her hands. Mama Tola, what is this? Tola, school fees. For me. Her mother stared at her, then at the envelope, then back at her daughter. The tears came fast, spilling down her cheeks as she pulled Tola into her arms. Mama Tola, God don't answer my prayer. My pecan go read. My pecan go write. That night, Tola lay on the thin mattress, staring at the roof. The sound of the lagoon outside felt softer somehow. She thought about the books she would hold, the uniform she would wear, the words she would one day read without stumbling. Weeks later, Tola wore her new uniform for the first time. It wasn't as shiny as Anita's, but it was hers. She attended evening classes, where she sat in the front, listening with the same focus she used when selling plantains. Every word a thing to be remembered. 3 times a week, she returned to the Adeyemi compound to teach Anita before Mr. Alfred's lesson. Over time, even the tutor's tone toward her softened, though he never fully warmed. One afternoon, as she sat under the mango tree teaching Anita how to simplify fractions, Mr. Adeyemi walked over. Mr. Adeyemi, you know, Tola, I used to think wealth was measured in money, but I'm beginning to think it's measured in what you can give that changes someone's life.